Turns up the sideline, Rocky. Touchdown, Oregon!
OCA Media Sports proudly presents Panther Football. Tonight, after a couple close losses, the 1-3 Panthers are looking for a win as they host the 2-2 Sauk Prairie Eagles. We'll be right back with the start of tonight's exciting matchup right after these messages.
Want to be a part of something great?
The Oregon Athletic Booster Club needs your help.
It means providing student athletes with positive experiences to help them succeed on and off the court.
Make sure I have the right gear and equipment I need to succeed.
Your donation will create a lasting impact in our community.
With your donations, you will help me in achieving my goals.
We need your support.
We are part of something great.
This broadcast is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. Culver's of Oregon. Welcome to Delicious. J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering. Hy-Vee Grocery Store. Stoughton Health, providing safe, quality health care with exceptional, personalized service. And Pizza Pit. OCA Media Sports would like to welcome One Community Bank as our scoreboard sponsor for Panther football. One Community Bank, member FDIC. And now, live from Oregon High School Stadium, here's your announcers for tonight's big game, Dean and Kean Macaulay.
And welcome to Oregon High School football on this 15th day of September 2023. Dean here along with Kean Macaulay, and your Oregon Panthers are taking on the Sauk Prairie Eagles. It's 72 degrees, it's beautiful weather outside, a perfect night for football, and Oregon looking to get back on that winning track after dropping the last 3 games in a row, Kean.
Yeah, Oregon 1-3 goes against the Sauk Prairie Eagles, who are 2-2 coming into tonight's match. And like you said, it's not quite pumpkin latte weather, but it is beautiful football weather.
Well, suffering a heartbreaking loss again last week, back-to-back weeks against Watertown, down 20-7 at halftime, Ken. The Panthers in the second half come back and score 20 unanswered points to go up 27-20 with a minute and a half left in the game. Watertown gets the ball back, scores a touchdown in about a minute on an 18-yard touchdown pass to end the drive. The ensuing kickoff with less than 30 seconds left, 20-some seconds left, Oregon fumbles the ball. Sauk finds the ball, kicks the field goal, game over. Heartbreaking for the Panthers to claw and scratch back in that game last week. So they're going to come out here looking for a win. And they're hungry out there. It's youth football night. The stadium is more than packed. Couldn't find a parking spot within 2 blocks of the stadium. The field is jammed full of the youngsters out there. I smell an Oregon win tonight.
I certainly hope so. They worked as hard as anybody else here in the offseason trying to get back to providing a winning season, and Coach Kissling wants just that.
Well, I tell you, like I said, the last 2 weeks, going to overtime the week before, making that second half comeback. I think what they need to do is they need to get out to an early good start, not have to come back from 2 and 3 touchdowns down in the second half, and maybe they can get ahead in this game and they can just dominate the second half. And there comes the coach and staff in at the end. Well, with youth football night, youth cheerleader night, there's a lot of kids in attendance here. And when I say, can I say a lot, I mean, it's a lot.
And it's a nice homage to the Oregon football program. Coach Kissling started, well, we never can determine exactly how many years he started it, but
a long time ago.
Yeah, over 10 years, and this youth program has grown and grown, and that just feeds in to the freshman, JV, and varsity teams.
Pretty sure it's well over 15, but you see all the youngsters down there running across the field. Here comes all the youth football kids, youth cheerleaders, everybody having a good time down there. Chance for them to run down on the track, check things out. Wouldn't surprise me to see a game break out on the other side of the bleachers in the south end zone at some point.
Did you see that haircut on that 66? That was a Dean, Nebraska cut if I ever saw one.
Oh, I used to keep it high and tight.
Oh, we're going to step away here for the national anthem.
Dan, I know that you were on vacation a couple weeks ago for the last home game we had.
Assignment. I was on assignment.
Way on assignment. My apologies. But the PA system broke, and the student section led the stadium in a rendition of the national anthem.
Very nice.
It was classy.
Very nice. And
Very classy.
And you joined in.
I did. I was belting it out of the booth up here, high atop the Oregon press box.
Ron Novinsko did himself again here tonight. You see the field decked out with the Oregon and the football.
Looking good.
Kind of a strange schedule this year, Dan. We have this game home, and then next week is away. The next 3 games are away, excuse me, and then we come back October 13th for homecoming, parents' night, senior night, the whole gamut.
And when we come back, we'll have lost over an hour's worth of daylight between now and then.
All right, Oregon won the toss. They have deferred to kick off.
Hereford kicking off for the Panthers here. Well, Swibber
taking at the 28-yard line all the way up to the 37. Now pushed ahead up to the 30. They can mark it at the 39. First and 10 for Sauk. And a few tall gentlemen on that Sauk team, Dan. I'm guessing they're going to spread things out.
Well, I was looking at their defensive line before the game. They got some big boys down there.
Here's Pagel Austin back to pass. First pass. He's got his man. Oh, a little push off there. Not called. Excuse me. Landon Schultz listed.
Yeah, taking the shot right down the field to start things off.
That's number 8, Broden Frosch. 3 wide receivers, now a man in motion. Pitch over to number 5. He does get to the outside and will pick up 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, it looked like Ashton Ghostly catching him. He got to the second level there.
So 3rd and 3 now for Sauk Prairie, just outside the Oregon territory. From the 46. In the pistol. Quarterback keeper tries to get to the outside. Taken down first by number 24 there by the Panthers.
Barlow there. He's a man on a mission out there.
I tell you what, Trevor Barlow from game 1 till now has just become a beast in that backfield.
I tell you what, I don't know how many times we called his name 2 weeks ago, but my tongue was getting tired from pronouncing it so many times. I'm telling you, I don't know what he had for tackles, but it had to be close to 20 tackles in that game.
Now 4th and 6, big 4th down here for the Panthers. 4 wide receiver set.
I'm surprised they're going for it
Yeah,
here.
back to pass. And
nothing.
No penalties, and that
Ghostly and on the defense there. A couple nice plays on this drive for him.
Yeah, nice job by the defense, and they'll take over on downs inside Sauk Prairie territory.
Exactly what they wanted to be able to do here. Get a big stop on defense, come back out here, get the offense on the field, and get things rolling. I'll tell you who's been playing like a stud the last few weeks. Hermsdorf also.
Here we come to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Krieger in the pistol. Excuse me, Krieger under center. Two in the backfield. There's Rockette.
Good to have him back also.
Gain of 4 in the play, going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He's missed the last 3 weeks. I bet he's happy to be back also. Max Matthews getting a majority of the workload last week for the Panthers in the backfield.
Matthews in the backfield again. Hand off to Rocket, then a switch back to Matthews. He'll push his way ahead. He's going to gain 2 yards on the play.
I believe that was Devin Rice.
Oh, excuse me, from the slot, come around, Devin Rice. Oh, they're going to push it back here now.
Not the most favorable spot, but I'll give him about 1.5 yards.
Right. 30 and a long 3, that's for sure. Single wide receiver out to the right side here, and Peter Noka. Now they bring one over to the left side. Back to pass. Krieger, he's got Rice on the other side. In and out of his fingertips. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like he rushed that a little bit. Like I said, Sauk's got a pretty good defensive front there, putting a little bit of pressure on Krieger. And I believe the Panthers are now going to go for it. You're kind of in no man's land here at the 36, 37 yard line you see on the out there. Just out of the outstretched fingertips.
Here's Noka to the near side. Tight formation. Back to pass. Krieger, he's got time. He's got a man. Rice is wide open.
Nice play by Rice. He had to stop, a stutter step. Comes down with a huge 4th down reception there.
And of course that play all brought to you by that offensive line, giving Krieger plenty of time.
Yeah, you see here he kind of rears back, and you see he just kind of, a little step, goes up, gets it, tucks her away.
Oh, 1st and goal just outside the 10-yard line. No, they're calling it, 1st and goal.
Yeah, right at the 10.
Right at the 10. Krieger.
He sold a good fake there.
Yeah, Matthews with the carry there. Gain of 1. Sauk Prairie up to the line of scrimmage here. Hand off to Matthews. He gets around to the right side. Touchdown, Oregon.
Bowling over the guy there.
He had 1 man to beat, and he wasn't going to be denied. Maximus Matthews with the touchdown for Oregon.
Now you watch here. He comes off. Look at that. Ooh, good block on the outside. And then, boom, just right over number 12.
Krieger to hold. Extra point is up, and it is good.
Now just like that, 8 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. The Oregon Panthers out in front, 7-0. That touchdown brought to you by the One Community Bank scoreboard. There's going to be more Panthers points to come on that One Community scoreboard.
Well, needless to say, they're over their fear of losing. That's for sure, Dan. They're out here. They're swinging it. They're running it. They're doing a great job. And let's see. I'm excited to see the rest of this
like
game.
I said, literally, I mean, you're talking just a play each game. The difference between being 3-1 and 1-3 is, I mean, it's nothing. I mean, and that's just the way the Panthers in every game, except for, the second game of the season, they had a tough time against the Central Falcons there of Watosha. But these last 2 weeks, like I said, just as easily could have won those games.
Here's Erfurt to kick off now. This one, high end over end kick taken from the 6-yard line. He's up to the 15 to the 20. hit by a man. Now he's got a lot of room there and finally taken down over the.
Now there's maybe a reason they were squibbing it the first time. He looks like he's got some jets on him. Number 2 there for Sauk Prairie. Oh boy! You know what? I looked at the pronunciations, thought, these aren't so bad.
Well, number 2 is Brayson Ballwig.
Ballwig.
That's
yep.
not bad.
No Ballwig.
I know who you're talking about. Benjamin Johncourt is his number 4. Here we go once again in the pistol. 4-man formation. Hand off to the running back.
Funderburg in the backfield.
A big number 78 with a tackle for Oregon. Tavares.
Well, last week we had Winterberg and Funderburg on either side over there, and I called them the Berg brothers, which I thought was great. But, you know.
Number 9 with a pass on the flat. Past the line of scrimmage. Now still on his feet. Pickup of about 8 yards on the play.
A couple nifty moves there, and tackled by Seabass is the nickname that we're going to go by, but we butchered his name a couple weeks ago, and it's Sebastian Sunpun Pakti.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Thank
you
very
hit it
much.
right on. We're going to call
Sebastian, we apologize last week. There was no pronunciation up here. I don't know how many different names we called you, but we tried, man. We tried.
Here's Schultz again in the pistol. Yeah, we're going to have
he was back. Come on. Speaking of Sebastian, I might have jinxed him there.
Yeah, the Sauk coach was in the referee's ears. He wanted that first down, so now they're deep into.
You know what? I hate that they catch you leaning. You're already, you're putting that weight forward, getting ready to try and get a good jump on the snap, and then they give you that hard count, and sometimes you just can't help it.
1st and 10 now for the Eagles. Hit in the backfield and held to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I was going to say Barlow wrapped him up in the backfield, and if there's one sure tackler on that team, that's Barlow. He thought he might be able to slip out of that one. He's like,
Yeah, Barlow's like a door. He opens up, sneaks through the offensive line, and boom, he's there.
That kid's got a nose for the football. He's always in the right place.
2nd and 10 now for the Eagles. 2 wide receivers go to the right side. Single back over here. Handoff, number 5. Sheds 1 tackle, picks up 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 6. Another big 3rd down here for the Oregon defense, Dan.
Well, I think that judging from where they went from it on last time, I think they'll probably go for it again. So they're looking at 2-down territory here, but it'd be good to get a big stop right here.
Schultz in the pistol. Goes to pass. He's got his man in number 8, and the ball came out, but late. Oh, there's a flag now.
Now Janke on the tackle there. I don't know what they called at the end.
That's
you call it face mask?
Face mask, I'm thinking. Or some verbiage. Bowden Frosch with that catch. Personal foul against Oregon.
Oh, they're saying illegal hit to the head?
So that'll give him 15 after the play, Dan.
Damn. I wonder if somebody came in and made a hit as Janke was pulling him down, because he wrapped him up with a solid tackle there. That's what I'm kind of tough from our vantage point up here sometimes.
Well, it takes him all the way down to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for Sauk. Back to pass. Pressure on the quarterback. He lets it fly. He's got a man.
Off
but
the fingertips.
Wow. Well, he had it until he didn't. Frosch again with the
they brought Barlow on the blitz here. You see him come right up the gut there. And he just got caught a little chip block on him from the running back at the end, which was very fortunate. And just off the fingertips here. Good effort. I like when they bring those blitz packages in there.
Connor Brining as the running back. Goes to his right, comes back to his left, and chipped underneath there by Barlow. Also in on the play.
Looked like Geekley on the play also with Barlow.
Number 23 for Oregon.
Well, quick back to the line of scrimmage there, wasting no time.
3rd and 5, back to pass. He lets it go. He's got his man inside the 4. Now they're saying incomplete. He bobbled it.
Yeah, nope, he didn't hold on to it. Barlow on the defense there. Attaboy, big man. Give yourself a little props. You deserve it. He's like, not when I'm dropping back into coverage.
Well, here's another big 4th down for the Oregon defense.
Well, the old saying, sometimes you can bend but don't break.
Four wide receiver set. From the backside.
Barlow got a hand on it.
Nice job. Boy, that was just seconds away from a boom chakalaka.
Barlow is everywhere on the field, man. He just came, watch him on the corner there and whoop, hit the ball. Nothing.
Yeah, Landon Schultz did not even hear him.
He's lucky he didn't end up fumbling that. Another quarter second earlier, and Barlow's got a fumble, and who knows what's happening.
Here's a big challenge now for the Oregon offense. 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line. No call to the near side, single wide receiver. Matthews in the backfield, Rocket on the right side. Back to pass, no handoff.
Rocket doing some spin moves down there.
Little change of pace, having Rocket coming from the slant. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. Logan Taylor in the slot. Krieger under center. Pitch back to Maximus. Tries to get to the outside. He does.
Nice play by Max Matthews. He's going to pick up about, it's going to be close to that first down.
Yeah, about a yard shy of that first down there.
You saw him hit the corner there. Just run over a couple guys. Yeah, he ain't trying to make a lot of guys miss down there. Matthews is what I like to call the human bowling ball. He's just aiming for those pins. He's trying to knock as many of them down as he can.
And when you go back in the history of Oregon running backs, we've had quite a few fire plugs like that.
Oh, that's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
There we go. Turnabout is fair play, as they say.
Krieger with the hard count down there.
All right, some room to breathe here. Oregon in the wingback. Handoff. Maximus. Yeah, maybe a half a yard on that one, Dan.
Two minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first half of play.
Man in motion, handoff to Rice. Tries to get to the outside. He'll make it all the way up to the 30-yard line.
My apologies. The first quarter of play. I'm trying to rush us through this game.
I was just saying,
we're just getting started.
You got a date or something, or what's going on here?
You know, I might. You see Rice come around on the trap play here. Try to split the defenders there, picking himself up about 5 yards.
He's just got another gear there, Dan, when he comes around like that, and he's got his blockers out in front of him.
He's just a junior. You know, he got some playing time at the end of last season, and he's an athlete. That's for sure.
He'll line up to the far side. 2 wide receivers set. Krieger under center. Back to pass. Quick.
He's got her. Oh, he had his man beat there. Noika.
Well, if nothing else, it's going to make him play him honest because we have some speed there in the wide receiver field.
Well, I like what they've been doing the last couple of weeks, using Hermsdorf. You know, he gets those chip blocks and just comes out of the backfield. And he's got some. That kid's an athlete.
Taking a lot of time at the sidelines here. I think Dan's going to have to call a timeout.
Yeah, I think.
They're going to. It says, it says third down on the other side. The chain game was incorrect. I've got to call him out. Won't use names. Calling you out.
Rocket back to his punting duties again. Whoa, high snap. Loses it, and he's going to go down.
Yeah, nothing else he could do. He had to eat it and then slipped after that. But yeah, high. So they're right back to where they were, Dan, unfortunately. Oregon's got to get gritty.
Tough break for the Panthers special teams there. It was all he could do to grab that snap. I mean, he must have had a good 30 inches of vert to grab that out of the air.
I thought it was you in the men's league there for a second.
I said 30, not 3.
Oh,
a little pitch on the end around.
Oh. Was that Barlow again from the outside?
No, that was Ghostly that came in on that play, I believe, and blew that up. And he just was able to break that tackle. Yeah, that was Ghostly there. No, sorry, that was 22.
Second and
Josh
7.
Bell, that was Josh Bell. Oh, he was going forward. You got to throw a flag on that.
Connor Brining.
Well, they're very fortunate there that they didn't get a penalty. I don't know if we have the replay here, but when you snap that ball, you can't be going towards the line of scrimmage. And you saw number 8 was in motion, had taken 2 steps forward, then got out there and, on a block, or a hold, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, they are calling it.
Oh, they did. Okay, I was about to say, it was. You know me, I don't usually call out penalties like that, as the play is about to start, but can't be moving forward toward. This isn't Canadian rules football.
Yeah, I knew something was up. The clock hadn't started again, so now it will. 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Schultz back to pass, knockdown. No, just off the fingertips and caught there by number 24, Jackson Brining.
That's going to do it for the first half of play.
First quarter.
It's the first quarter of play. On your One Community Bank scoreboard, the Oregon Panthers 7, Sauk Prairie Eagles 0. Dan Dean along with Kean Macaulay high atop the Oregon press box. Watching the presentation of OCA Media Sports.
So if your organization would like to join our family of sponsors whose donations help make Panther sports possible, please contact Paul at ocamedia.com for more information.
Hey, Kean, how about a little shout out to my boys over at the Dane County Airport, slinging bags on those American Airline planes, watching us when they're supposed to be working. I like that. Paul and Victor over there. A little shout out for my boys.
Were you there last Saturday night? Honor flight came in. I had a brother-in-law that came in for that honor flight.
Nice. I was not, for the first time in many years, I wasn't there for the honor flight.
Here's Connor again. Makes it all the way down, and they push him back just short of the goal line.
The Panthers are going to need a big goal line stand here.
Yeah, that military honor flight is just awesome. My dad had gone, and now my brother-in-law, and just can't say enough of what they do to take care of those veterans.
Well, I can tell you this, spending some time out there, it's our favorite days of the year working out there. We usually do 4 or 5 of them a year, and it's enjoyed. The folks at the Badger Honor Flight, they do God's work over there. Tries a quarterback sneak. He's going to come up short.
The defensive line able to plug things up there. Number 66, along with a host of others. Excuse me, number 56 for Oregon.
Yeah, Brady Painter.
And brings second and goal from the 1. Oregon's parents.
Oh,
there was a little movement
5-yarder.
there, yeah. Yeah, a little movement there on Connor Breinig.
The hard count got his own running back.
I'll bring it down to 2nd down and 6 here for the Eagles.
And those are the kind of mistakes that drive a coach mad. You know, you're right there on the 1-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. You know, you probably have a pretty good chance. You got a couple tries to punch it in there. Now you got to back it up 5 yards. You're on the 6th. Changes your whole play call scheme.
Dan, is that the mothership over the goalpost over there?
There's something going on up there.
Back to pass.
And good defense over there. Ghostly, just tight coverage on his man there. The Panthers defense this year has just been tough in these goal line situations. Wouldn't surprise me to see them bring a blitz package on this one. Looking to throw again probably from that pistol formation.
Eagles try to spread things out. No, they got a man
Watch
in
for
motion.
24, Barlow coming in on the blitz, and here he comes. And he hit him in the backfield there along with 3 other Panthers.
They're going to mark them at no gain, right back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like, and they'll bring up a big 4th down.
Yeah, you had Yeekley in there, and you had Supang Pakti.
And they're bringing in number 7 is Trent
for
Backberg. I don't know if he's...
I think Sauk just wants to get some points on the board here. You know, the second time down here in the goal situation, they don't want to come up empty-handed 2 times in a row. Oh, they're going to go for it. Turns around the end zone, has the Panthers fooled. Touchdown, Sauk. Big number 24 there for Sauk Prairie.
Boy,
Jackson Brunig.
Just a miss in coverage there, Dan. I mean, they had a man-on-man, and he just came up short, turned around.
Well, I think they thought they were setting up to kick, and then they just kind of shifted, and boom.
Now they'll attempt the point after here. Yeah, I thought the same thing there with number 1 coming in.
Almost got a hand on it.
But it is good.
Now Ghostly got in there, but just kind of missed on the mistimed his jump there. I thought he was going to block that. I'll tell you what, heck of a turn of events there for the Panthers there. We got a tie ball game again. 9 minutes, 57 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Oregon Panthers tied up with the Sauk Prairie Eagles. Dan Dean here along with Kean Macaulay, high atop the press box in Oregon. Got Jeremiah Rocket back with Devin Rice on the return here. And I know Rocket's happy to be back. They're probably going to kick away from him, I would guess. With the scouting reports in. I mean, is it ever smart to kick to a guy named Rocket?
Well, I'm thinking that Paul's outdone himself. He's got a camera in the sky over there, Dan. That's definitely a
drone over there.
Well, here's a high end over King over to Rocket.
Oh,
He'll take it at the 19-yard line. He's going to bring it back the other side. Still trying to get to the outside, and he's thrown. There's a flag on the backside of the play.
Yeah, we're going to get a block.
Oh, there we have another one right there by number 2. So I don't know if they're both against Sauk or not, but
I think one's going to be a block in the back by Oregon, but then that was just a poor decision. You see here, he comes and you're going to get the block in the back right there. Right there. They're going to call it a blindside block, whatever you want to call it. You know, which it's like considered a crackback block. But then he came up after the play and just took a cheap shot at number, I think that was Brandy Field. You're going to have offsetting penalties here. There's the one against Oregon. First down. Yeah, if I'm the Sauk coach over there, I'm like, boy, you just done messed up, son. You don't, I mean, you have something happen, it happens. You know, you can't lose your head about it.
I was going to say, are they going to kick it over again? They are going to kick it over again, Dan. So we got another opportunity here, but
I guess you're right. On a kickoff, you do have the opportunity, offsetting penalties, to replay the down.
I was going to say that was a lose-lose for Sauk if Oregon got to keep it at the 40-yard line, but they are going to kick it over again. And now I'm guessing they're not going to be kicking it to that side. But you never know. I'm looking to see if that player is in on this special teams.
Yeah, it's number 2.
Or is he sitting the pine?
I tell you, if I was coaching, look at the Oregon student section. They're pumped. It's red, white, and blue night. Youth night. Red, white, and blue night.
A lot of time to get things back, and now all of a sudden they switch and crisscross. Don't know if they saw that or not, but here's Rocket to the near side. Let's see what happens. Oh, he'll kick it over.
They're going to go back to Rice. They switch sides. Devin Rice right up the middle. You'll take it out to the 30-yard line. Again, I don't know if you know this, but people are watching not all over the greater Madison area, but all over the world. You catch us at OCAmedia.com on our YouTube page. TDS, channel 1019, 1020, or on Spectrum 984. Little shout out to those folks south of the border watching over in Colombia. Buenos dias.
Hand off to Matthews.
Matthews just going to grind ahead. I love how hard he runs.
Pickup of 6 on the play.
You always need a guy like that on your team. Guy that's just going to put his nose down and just plow through anything out in front of him. He doesn't care if there's a 300-pound lineman there or a 130-pound guy out in front of him. He just wants to run whoever over.
First man through.
It's Matthews again.
He will pick up the first down.
I'd like to see him get Hermsdorf involved in the offense a little bit here. He's been, a big part the last couple weeks. That tight end position.
Peter Novick, the single wide receivers to the far side. Back to pass.
Speak of the devil. Oh, nope, that was to Rice. But he had Hermsdorf right out in the flat. I thought he was going to hit him out there wide open. Nobody within 5 yards of him. They run that sneaky little play. Hermsdorf just gets kind of a chip block on the end guy and then just kind of rolls off, usually wide open in the flat there, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards downfield.
2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Logan Taylor brings the play in. Krieger under center.
And Rice just not able to get things going there. Everybody stayed home on that trap play.
Third and 8 here for the Panthers.
Oregon known for their misdirection with those counters and traps. But a good coach will teach his players, stay home. Don't bite on those fakes.
Rice lined up to the near side now.
If you counter a counter, is it a counter?
That's too many counters.
Krieger's got his man in the flat. Oh, just off the fingertips there of number 14, Peter Noka.
They're bearing down on Krieger. He got the ball away just in time.
Yeah, he had to rush it about a half a second too early there.
So here's Rocket back to punt. For the Panthers.
Well, we got some movement here. They're going to call that on Oregon.
Five-yard penalty.
Jeremiah Rocket back doing the punting duties again. Good end over end kick, but it's going to go out of bounds there. They're going to mark that right at about the 39-yard line. It's only going to be a 28-yard punt, no return.
And the worst part is the defense back on the field here, Dan. They did not get a long break at all. Oregon 4 and out, 5 and out.
Well, Oregon had that first good sustained drive of the game. They just marched right down the field. You felt like maybe they can do that a few more times. And who's to say that they can't here?
Here's Landon Schultz with Brining next to him. High snap.
Boy, recovered nicely there.
Froshy's got his man. He's got to pick up the first down. No, they're going to say
it's going to be close.
Yeah. They're going to give him his forward
progress. They got up to about the 49-yard line there. We got a pretty good line right down here. We're right just about 50.
The VIP seats right here.
Yeah, you see him just on that quick out pass there after the bad snap. And a nice cutback move there. But when he cut back into Barlow. And when you get low and square up in the center of a person like that, you're not missing nothing.
Out on the
Screen, there's Ghostly blowing the play up. In there like a biting sow. Look at him, he just not fooled. Threw one guy right onto the play there. And those quick wide receiver screens can be deadly, you know, out there. If guys aren't staying home and watching their man assignments there. But Ghostly not fooled at all on that play.
Spread offense once again in the pistol. Snap, handed off to Connor Breining.
And he's just too much time in the backfield there. He's dancing around from side to side because there's nowhere to go. You had Ghostly in there, you had Bell in there, you had Barlow, you had so many guys in there. I can't even name them all.
They gave him the line of scrimmage, nothing more. 3rd and long here for the Eagles. Bunderberg out for a play.
Yeah, he looked like he was limping a little bit there.
Overload to the left side, one wide receiver to the near. Now a man in motion in Frosch. Back to pass is Schultz. He'll let it fly.
Ooh. Yeah, he took a little pop at the end there by Yeakley.
Now it's a 4th down in their own territory. It looks like they're going to punt it this time. Connor Breining is their running back, is their punter. There's a high snap there. Good kick.
Oh, wait, that was a smart move. He had to get away from that. He didn't have a good line on the ball. He wasn't going to be able to come up and field it, and that was Heineman there. He made a smart call. It was a short punt, and he didn't get a good jump on it right away because it was such a low liner. And instead of trying to come up and make an awkward catch towards the ground there, he opted just to let it bounce and roll a few yards. Smart play.
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Oregon backed up again on offense. 5:34 left in the first half.
Let's see if the Panthers can get a good sustained drive going here. Start hammering away some first downs.
There's Maximus, cuts it back up the middle, then push back. He's going to say that they only made it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Oh, they're keeping the ball on the ground primarily here. And, I'd like to see the Panthers spread the field. Sauk had 10 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. And I don't care who you are, what level of play, you stack up 10 guys in the box like that, you got to take a shot down the field. They're just begging you to throw that ball down the field. Look, here we go again. Ball on the 14-yard line, and there is nobody.
Rice comes around.
Yeah, they're just going to have a hard time hitting the perimeter or anything. You looked at, we had the ball on the 14-yard line, and there was nobody behind the 19-yard line. That means all 12 guys are stacked up within 4.5 yards.
A long 3rd down here for the Panthers. 4:26 and counting in the second quarter.
I tell you what you do. You get Taylor, you get Hermsdorf, you get Rice, you get one of those guys, and you just send them on a fly pattern down the field to have Krager just drop one in there on him.
There's Noka in motion. He's going to
There we go. Now we're talking right there. That's what I'm talking about, Rocket. You got to stretch the field.
Wow, still on his feet. Gain of about 20 yards.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're gonna stack that many guys up and say, hey, listen, you need to throw the ball to beat us, throw the ball to beat them. Krager's got a good arm. Look at this. Look at that tight spiral. Just hits him wide open in the flat there.
And another shout out to the Oregon offensive line, giving him time to do such. Oh.
Speaking of that offensive line, you know, I don't know if you know this, but we came up with Brayton DiMartino, obviously the fastest offensive lineman in the Badger Large. Speed Demon, as I prefer to call him.
As fast as his running back brother?
Well, no, he's definitely not that fast. But we did agree that he could be the fastest offensive lineman. Doing a great job at center. And again, getting stuffed there. But again, like I said, 10 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage again.
Yeah, they're just going to play it tight until we beat them long. So, yeah, I'm all with you, Dan.
We got some tall, athletic guys.
2nd and 15 here for the Panthers. Play from the sideline.
Hit Noka, hit Taylor. You know, Hermsdorf out there. I like those matchups.
Krieger back to pass. Pressure. He's got room. He's got a
Rocket.
catch. He'll pick up about 6 yards.
That was a little out, but like I said, I'd like to see him stretch the field a little more than that. That was more of a bending of the field, not a stretching.
It's a 3rd and 10 now for the Panthers.
That was more like the yawn before you stretch really good. Oh, Krieg. Oh, they were setting up the screen. Oh, nice play.
I don't think that there was the original play there, Dan, but it worked out for a second and then stopped at the line of scrimmage. But Krieger had nowhere to go there.
Yeah, I think they were setting up that screen. You saw the offensive lineman pull out in front of him there, and then he just missed 63, just missed the block there. Well, the Panthers started to get a little momentum there. They, you know, nice 20-yard pass play to Rocket there, but then things stalled out again for the Panthers. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Sauk takes their first timeout of the night. They'll have 2 left when they get the ball back here. I mean, you think we're in a spot now for a fake punt?
Yeah, that's pretty deep in their own territory here. Rocket is the punter, though. We'll see what happens here. 2:30 left to play in the first half.
We'll get that live music from the Oregon band.
Andrew Yaika's the up back this time. Rocket ready for the punt. There's a snap and a flag on the play.
Well, that's going to bound end over end. Oh, is he going to try and pick that up? Oh, I was about to say.
Inside the 19-yard line. Let's go back and see what this flag is for. Holding.
Well, if I'm Sauk, I'm making him re-kick it. Legal procedure on the Panthers, yeah. That sucks too, because that, although it didn't look like much of a punt, that thing was bounding end over end and turned into almost a 50-yard punt.
So that requires a re-punt.
Kissling wants some answers down there. He's like, what kind of legal procedure are you talking about? They're trying to shoo him off the field here. I hope he doesn't get up. Oh, yeah.
Even better kick, though, Dan. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here. Nice.
He's going to have a chance to return it, though. He's going to pick it up. Makes one guy miss, but not the next. Oh, there we go.
Finally taken down by the pride of the Panthers.
And we got a penalty, another penalty flag down. Well, they've been hanky-happy tonight. Oh, they picked it up.
Oh, it was supposed to have been his marker.
Oh,
He pulled it out of the wrong pocket. Oh, what's that rabbit doing in there? Oh.
He threw the yellow one instead of the blue one.
Here's the Sauk Prairie Eagles now, 1st and 10. Back to pass. He's got a man and tackled there. Nice tackle there by the outside there by number 20.
Well, I tell you what, it's a good thing Ghostly makes that tackle there. He had a lot of running, a little sidearm sling there. Could have called a block in the back too. He pushed Ghostly. That's why he didn't make the tackle almost. Got just shoved from behind.
They're calling that a completion.
Went to the ground and grabbed her.
And out of bounds now. They'll stop the clock, I believe. 1:36 left to play. Quick to the line of scrimmage now. Here's Schultz, back to pass again. Looking out on the flat and in and out of the hands of number 8, Broden Frosch.
Yeah, nowhere really for him to go. Hit him in the flat. Oh, wow. I mean,
little pick play there.
Sometimes you can get away with one.
Brings it up just to the 50-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Schultz back to pass once again.
Nice play.
That'll move the sticks, stop the clock for just a second here.
That looked like Lazowski on the play there.
Down to a minute left to play in the second quarter. A lot of motion there for Sauk. Schultz back to pass. He's got a man, 87, wide open. Stiff arms, tries to get by him. Taken out of bounds by number 80 for Oregon.
Yeah, Heineman there, forcing him out of bounds. Now, you don't want to get complacent here of Oregon. You know, you don't want to get like guys behind you, but, you know, you still need to come up and make those plays.
Back to pass again, and Schultz, he's going to let loose. Long throw in and out of the end zone.
Yeah, Mueller back there on the coverage for the Panthers.
Brings up 2nd and 10, 40 seconds.
Oregon
left.
only rushing 3 here, but I like bringing that. You know, I like bringing blitz occasionally.
Well, it was working so well for him in the first quarter.
You got to put some pressure. You can't give him all day back in that pocket like that. You're rushing 3 guys there. They got 6 guys blocking. It's tough for a guy to get there. Even if you beat your man, you got to beat another man.
4 wideouts for Sauk.
There we go. They brought a little pressure on him there. Josh Bell coming on that outside linebacker blitz, just like what we had talked about there.
Kept the running back in to block.
And fortunate for them.
3rd and 10 here for the Eagles.
Well, definitely 4-down territory for him here. 35 seconds left to go in the game. I'm sorry, in the first half. Geez, I don't know what First I wanted to make the first quarter halftime. Now I said the game. I don't know what I got going on tonight.
The limousine is in the valet parking, waiting on Dan. High snap, back to pass, Schultz.
There we go.
He keeps it. He's still on his feet. He's going to roll out. He's going to pick up 10 yards on the play and knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say no late hit. But it will be a first down.
Yeah, boy, I thought they had him in the backfield there. You see the pressure up the middle. Big number 45 for the Panthers there. Wallenk just kind of goes past him, and then it's a foot race to the sidelines over there. Of course.
Schultz back to pass once again. He's got somebody. Oh, and he got rid of it just in time.
Wow, Yeakley hit him right as he threw that, but he did that little sidearm snap throw again. Didn't really affect it as he got hit.
2nd and 4 now for the Eagles. 19 seconds left to play. Taking some extra time here. Man in motion. Schultz back to pass.
Oh. Getting out of the hands there. He had his man open.
3rd and 4.
Tried the quick slant.
Connor Branning next to Schultz. High snap, back to pass. He lets it go. He's got a man over there, 87. He's got a first down, but no touchdown.
That's going to give him 1st and goal.
Clock will stop to move the chains. Yeah, that'll be 1st and goal. 11 seconds left to play.
And they're going to burn their timeout here.
Almost have to there, Dan. As soon as that clock started, they would have been out of time. So
yeah,
Sauk burns their
2nd
timeout here in the first half. Tied up 7-7.
Well, 11 seconds here. You got time for essentially 2 plays. You know, with 1 timeout, all of your plays are on the table. You can run the ball, you can pass the ball. You don't have to get it into the end zone. You got that other timeout to burn. So the entire playbook is open to you. Panthers want to keep him out of the end zone here.
So here we go, late in the 2nd quarter, 11 seconds left to play. Sauk wide, 4 wide receivers, man in motion. Now he's back to his position. Schultz looking in the corner.
He's out of the end zone.
And he dropped it anyway. Now we're down to 7 seconds.
It only took up 4 seconds there. It was a quick throw to the corner of the end zone there.
Yeah, 24 for the Eagles has got his man beat by about 8-10 inches. Now Oregon's going to call a timeout.
I like that here by Kissling. That's, get things in order. Hey, what are we going to watch for? Just, things like that throw to the back corner of the end zone there. Watch out for those quick slants. Quarterback sneak, wouldn't be off the table here. He's running from that pistol formation. Like I said, 7 seconds. He still might have time for 2 plays here. Quick 4 or 5 second play. You got to be aware of that if you're the Panthers. What do you do here, Kean, if you're Sauk? If you don't make it into the end zone here, do you take the 3 points or do you go for the end zone? Do you go for that, the big play?
Yeah, the big play has been working real well for them. They haven't only scored but 1 touchdown, but that passing play has been working very well for them. Schultz has got a heck of an arm. And like I said, those wide receivers to the corners are a little bit taller than their man. Throw it up high and hope for the best. But Oregon's defense need to get in there with some pressure. Here's Schultz taking his time,
There's
and
that sneak.
he's still on his feet. Oh!
And he gets in as the clock expires.
Oh. Two players had a chance at that, Dan. Unfortunately, that's a heartbreaker. He had the momentum going. If you look here on the replay.
Let's see, I mean, his first option was to throw it here, but coverage was tight by the Panthers here. Everybody got picked up, and he saw that little gap in the middle, and then just a opportunity. Lazowski just, you know, he had him, but so he kicks up, and good.
And good. Well, that was a bit unfortunate ending to the second quarter, but maybe some spirit to be had in the second half coming up. We've got stats for you from Coach Ron Novinska. We'll come back with more game time.
Now your one Community Bank scoreboard, your Oregon Panthers 7, Sauk Prairie Eagles 14. Dan Dean along with Kean Macaulay. You're watching a presentation of OCA
Media Sports.
Want to be a part of something great?
The Oregon Athletic Booster Club needs your help.
It means providing student athletes with positive experiences to help them succeed on and off the court.
Make sure I have the right gear and equipment I need to succeed.
Your donation will create a lasting impact in our community.
With your donations, you will help me in achieving my goals.
We need your support.
We are part of something great.
This broadcast is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. Culver's of Oregon. Welcome to Delicious. J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering. Hy-Vee Grocery Store. Stoughton Health, providing safe, quality health care with exceptional, personalized service. And Pizza Pit. OCA Media Sports would like to welcome One Community Bank as our scoreboard sponsor for Panther football. One Community Bank, member FDIC.
Turns up the sideline rocket. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, that's what we're talking about. That's what we expect to see to start the game off.
Absolutely.
He's going to get a shot off, and he sneaks it past the goalkeeper. That was all Noah Malcook. So that's one more for the One Community Bank scoreboard.
Setup to Coco Barnett, and she wipes out that point.
Hello, give me Duffy.
Hey, Walter.
What?
Can I call him Mayor Bird of Prey?
Call him anything you like.
How about the time he had his house painted by the fire department?
Give him the word.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Duffy, get set. We got the biggest story in years.
If you're my father, if you love me, you'll shoot him.
Well, I'm your father, and I sure love you. So,
He dies.
If he dies, he'll be the first man ever killed with a blank cartridge.
Clever fellow. Almost missed me.
You're blocking my view.
Oh. Which view would you prefer?
The one you're blocking. It's my last chance. I'm flying back to Paris this afternoon. What's your name?
Peter Joshua.
Oh, mine's Regina Lampert.
Is there Mr. Lampert?
Yes.
Good for you.
No, it isn't. I'm getting a divorce.
Hand washing is one of the most important ways you can keep from getting sick and spreading germs to others. Dirty hands spread disease. This hand washing demonstration will show you how hand washing can get rid of germs and chemicals that get on our hands every day. This gel is like the germs and chemicals that we get from things we touch throughout the day, like our toys and pets. If we then rub our eyes, nose, or mouth, or pick up something to eat, the germs or chemicals can get into our bodies and make us sick. Studies have shown that people touch their eyes, nose, and mouth about 25 times every hour without even realizing it. To get rid of these germs and chemicals, CDC recommends you follow these easy steps every time you wash your hands. Wet, lather, scrub, rinse, and dry. We're going to show you the right way to do each step. First, wet your hands with clean running water. Turn off the tap and apply soap. Then, lather your hands by rubbing them together with the soap. Be sure to lather the backs of your hands, between your fingers, and under your nails. Scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. If you don't have a clock nearby, keep scrubbing until you've sung the happy birthday song twice. Rinse your hands well under clean running water. Dry your hands using a clean towel, electric hand dryer, or air dry them. Washing your hands using the steps we just demonstrated is very important to get hands completely clean. Let's see how well we got rid of the germs and chemicals. Great. No more germs and chemicals. Why is this so important? Germs and chemicals from unwashed hands can get into our foods and drinks when they're being prepared or when we're eating or drinking them, which can make us sick. Also, germs and chemicals from unwashed hands can be transferred to other objects like cell phones, tabletops, or toys, and then transferred to other people's hands. That's why it's so important to wash your hands following these steps. Wet, lather, scrub, rinse, and dry, so you can stay healthy and help keep those around you healthy. For more information, visit cdc.gov/hand washing.
This is a presentation of OCA Media Sports.
welcome the Oregon Panthers back to the field.
And welcome back to the second half of football here in Oregon Panther Stadium on this 15th day of September 2023. Temperatures drop down to about 67 degrees. The Oregon Panthers trailing the Sauk Prairie Eagles 7-14. We got some first half stats here for you. Oregon Panthers ground attack has been led by Max Matthews, 6 rushes for 29 yards. Passing by Krieger, 4 for 8, 47 yards. That one long of 26. Receiving, you got 2 of them to Jeremiah Rocket for 23 yards, and 1 to Devin Rice for 26 yards. 4 first downs for the Panthers, 100 yards of total offense, but 5 penalties for 35 yards. And the majority of that 100 yards of offense on the first drive of the half for the Panthers. Really, after that, they really didn't rack up much yardage. And for Sauk Prairie, they 137 yards of total offense, 9 first downs, 3 penalties for 15 yards. And leading the attack for them at on the ground, number 5 is Brannig for 8 rushes for 23 yards. Through the air, Schultz, 13 of 25 for 95 yards and 1 touchdown. So stat-wise, pretty even. You know, a pretty evenly matched game here thus far through the first half. What do you look for in the second half from the Panthers?
Yeah, look for the Panthers to throw that ball a few more times as well. Even though Sauk is throwing the ball, running the ball, they're not getting big, huge gains, and it's only 14-7. No hill for climbers, so Oregon has got to sit in front of them. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. 67 degrees, that kind of weather kind of can play tricks on you. The ball starts to get slippery. We got to be careful of that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this too. You're right. There just hasn't been any, any real huge plays on either side of the ball. It's been kind of a grind them out type of football game here. And I look for more of that in the second half here. Oregon does have some explosive players. I'd like to see them spread the field a little bit more. The play calling on those traps and counters has got kind of predictable. And Sauk has just really stacked up the box on them. They're just throwing, 10, 11 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. So they have some receivers. They got some guys that can make some plays. Krieger's got an arm on him. So I say turn him loose in the second half here.
Absolutely.
I bet Krieger would be salivating here if he had a chance to throw 25 balls in a half.
Exactly. Hey, Dan, we'd like to welcome our new local business partners who helped make this broadcast possible this year. Culver's of Oregon, the Oregon Hy-Vee Grocery Store, and Pizza Pit. Stoughton Health and One Community Bank continue to help OCA bring you quality programming from right here in Oregon, Wisconsin.
I tell you what, you're trying to make me, is it because I'm a fat guy up here in the booth? But I mean, you're talking about pizza and Culver's and grocery stores. I'm like, God dang.
I like to refer to you as Husky.
Oh, thank you. Girthy.
I never got to wear the Husky pants growing up. Always got the slim. Things have changed now. Although I'm fighting back, Dan. I'm fighting back.
That's all you can do.
Lost a few more this past month. So. All right, Oregon back to receive.
Oh, it's an onside kick. Live ball.
We did have it. I don't know if it got knocked out of their hands, and it did. So Sauk is going to pick that one up. I thought we had a great move there. That's a tough one.
Well, you see that. You got to be hustling up on the ball if you're that second tier. You look there, and the ball's just bouncing all over the place. Nobody really making a beeline to get on that ball. You don't got to pick it up. You don't got to advance it. Somebody just got to fall on that thing.
Do you think that was discussed in the locker room, Dan?
On our side, no.
1st and 10 for Sauk from our 45-yard line.
Well, that'll just take the wind right out of the sails.
Hand off to Connor Brining off to the left side. He'll pick up 6 yards on the play. They're going to mark him back. Nope, 6 yards on the play.
Well, the Oregon defense has got to come up with something big here. Turnover, sack, something. Get this momentum changed.
Single wide out to the near side here. Schultz in the pistol. Hand off to Brining. Over the right tackle. He'll cut it back. Gain of 10 yards on the play. Yeah, they need to buckle down right now, Dan. They got to put that behind them and make some defensive plays here. Stop this Eagle offense. Got Frosch in the slot on the far side now. High snap, hand off to Brining once again, caught in the backfield. Loss of 2 yards on the play.
Play Yeakley, the first one in there.
Second and 11 now for the Eagles. Just starting the third quarter of play here in Oregon, Wisconsin.
Yeah, the Eagles sneaky to start the second half with that onside kick.
High snap.
That's trouble. There we go.
That's a big second down move.
Yeah, both Bell and Lozowski in on that.
That brings up third and about 19 yards to go. We'll make it 20. Sauk looking to throw now. Schultz back to.
And there we go, Yeakley in there like a biting sow.
Having some fun now. I got a flag laid on the play here from the backside. I don't know what's going to be called, but that came all the way from the side judge from the far side. There was some celebration against Oregon, but I don't know what they're going to call here.
I call an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for the celebration, 15 yards.
It was from the far side. How could you have seen that? He didn't see anything. All he saw was the backside. He's a white hat wannabe.
What you're saying is there's 3 other officials that had a better sight.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it was when Yeakley gets up here, he does the The throat slash right there, I think is what got him there.
So 4th and 10 here for Sauk. And a man moves. There's a 5-yard penalty.
Well, but back and forth we go. Where we stop, nobody knows.
Big 4th down here for Oregon, though. If they could have a turnover on downs again. That would be huge. Late play from the sidelines. 9:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Kean Macaulay, Dan Dean, OCA Media Sports presentation. There's Connor Brinegar next to Schultz. Schultz back to pass. He's looking, got hit.
Nice defensive play there by Heineman.
And a turnover on downs, just what the doctor ordered. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Oregon Panthers.
That's a big defensive stop for him. You see Heineman there eyeing up the quarterback, sees him, comes up, and just perfect timing, just knocks it right out of his hands right there. Nice play by the young man there.
Here's Krieger under center. Back
There
to
we
pass
go.
right away, and no. Came around the right side there.
Had guys open, but just didn't have the time. You see Hermsdorf wide open right there, yeah.
Krieger now on the pistol. Here's a snap, quick.
Nice play out to Matthews. Matthews
had a steam.
Made no attempt to make him miss, just to say he's going to run through him.
Yeah, he had a head of steam, and he was going forward.
I love it.
Nice catch and run there by Maximus.
He has a quick out, hits him in stride. He just puts his head down. He's like, I'm just going to run right through number 10 here.
30-2 for the Panthers. Back to pass. Open on the flats, Rice.
And it's going to bring up 4th and 12.
Boy, that was a quick series of downs, Dan.
Yeah, 3 and out. -2 yards total offense there. He didn't make an attempt to let Krieger throw the ball, but it's more just side to side. When I talk about stretching the field, you got to run some vertical routes there, but I understand they're looking at the time that Krieger has in the pocket there. Or possibly look at some slants, you know, cut across the middle of the field. Oh no.
Oh no is right. Inside the 5-yard line, they're going to mark it at the 4.
That's the second time with a bad snap there.
Both series of downs so far, the defense has helped out the offenses.
Probably the best bet was to just, you know, get on that ball, but yeesh.
Schultz under center. He'll hand off to Breinig.
He's got, that's be for no gain. Maybe even a loss of a half a yard.
They're going to move it back just a little bit. 2nd and goal now for the Eagles. the left side here. Schultz back to pass. He'll let it rip.
Oh,
a little bit too tall for his intended receiver.
But I tell you what, he's a good thing he gets a hand on that there, because back behind him was Elliot Mueller, and he was thinking interception right there. You watch as he comes, he throws it right there. If you look, he gets a hand on it, but back behind him there was, you can't see him just off the screen, was Mueller just kind of waiting there. His eyes must have got huge, thinking this thing's over his head. I'm going to pick this. Oh, he's got a bad snap. A nice play in there by number 22, Josh Bell.
That brings up a huge 4th down now.
Boy, bad snap. So I wonder if it's because the weather is getting a little colder, the ball, a little frost on the pumpkin, as you like to say. You watch it, that thing just squirted back. It never got in the air. There comes Bell, just a big hit.
So that will open the field up a little bit for the wide receivers here. Let's see if we can get some pressure on the quarterback. Connor Breining standing right next to Logan Schultz. Schultz back to pass.
Did he hold on? Touchdown. That was a nice pass and a nice reception. Wow, the second fourth down and goal they've scored a touchdown on. You watch him, he had a lot of time back there. Just throws it to the corner of the end zone and stretches out, and and he did hold on to it. Well, you saw it on the replay there, bounced around a little bit, it bobbled it, but never touched the ground. It's up and it's good.
5:51 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, here we go again. The 3rd week in a row, the Panthers have put themselves down 21-7. Let's see if we can mount another comeback here. These are the comeback kids. So down 21-0 a couple weeks ago. Came back to tie the game, send it to overtime. Down 20-7 last week. Came back and went ahead 27-20. Let's see if the offense can get things going here again.
They just need a sustained drive here to get their head right, Dan, and things will be just fine.
You're right, just some positive yardage, I think, just to start things off.
See what kind of kick they have in store this time.
Well,
and that's been Andrew Yaka back to receive instead of Devin Rice. Dan, we've been calling around tonight.
Oh, Rice was in there earlier. Well, that's still Rice.
Yeah, I thought it was number 8, Andrew. There's a high end inward kick to Rocket, taken at the 20. Tries to get to the outside, cannot. That'll be 1st and 10 at the 21. Yeah, number eight.
He was on the second tier. I thought Devin Rice was out there. Him and Rocket were back there, the two backmen.
Here come the Oregon Panthers offense. Noka comes to the near side. Schultz lined up to the far side. Maximus Matthews. Gain of 5 on the play. Cale Anderson into the game for the Panthers, bringing the play in. Two wide receivers to the right. And off to number 34 for Oregon, Christian Gates. Two-yard gains, 3rd and 3 for the Panthers. This is the time, Dan.
Big play here. Look at that. Everybody within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Back to pass, and he is sunk in the backfield.
Had his man wide open out there, number 17, Logan Taylor. Just didn't have the time, man. They brought the house on him.
Yeah, there was a passing down situation, and they came. So Rocket once again back to punt. Good snap, low punt. Makes a left turn just over the 50-yard line inside of Sauk territory. 3:34 left to play. Oregon trailing by 2 touchdowns. Kean Macaulay along with Dan Dean here, Oregon Panther football. Friday Night Lights, yeah, a little zip taken out of them tonight here, Dan.
Well, like you said, there's lots of game left here. Oregon's been a second-half team all season. See if the Panthers defense can't come up with a big play, turnover, or something here.
Handoff. Breinig gets around the left tackle. Gain of 6 on the play.
And Barlow on the tackle there.
Yeah, heavy dose of run here this second half, Dan.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him airing the ball out like they did. Unless, get 3rd down, 3rd and long.
You set up 2 wide receivers to this side. They got a man in motion moving around. 3 men in the backfield. Handoff, Kiner Breinig. Off the left tackle again, tries to get to the outside. He'll be short of the 1st down, knocked out of bounds by the Panthers.
They're going to bring up 3rd and 1. Well, I'll give it 2.
Good chance here for the Oregon defense to make a play. As you mentioned, they're right back into 2-down territory. Sauk taking a lot of time in the huddle. Now they'll go back to the huddle.
Yeah, they're starting to count back there right about now. Yeah, they're going to take a timeout. They're about to take a delay of game.
The OCA Media wants you to join our growing YouTube subscribers who enjoy the hundreds of local events we bring you every year. We are on the way to having 7,500 YouTube subscribers this year. Get notified every time OCA Media streams another Panther sports game. OCAmedia.com.
I hear that YouTube channel's blowing up.
How's your YouTube channel doing, Dan?
Well,
kind of a mixture, isn't it? Dance moves, political discussions.
I got some. I can cut a rug pretty good if that surprises you.
DIY. You know, the rigs.
They say I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't know what that means, but.
Oh, mercy.
Sometimes I whip, and then sometimes I nay-nay.
Well.
So it just depends.
High snap there, handed to Breinig.
He just went right up the gut, got that first down.
Well, Michael and Elvis used to call me all the time, ask them which ones they should use. And you can't disprove that, so I'm going to stick with that story.
I've seen you moonwalk before. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, I think there was some water on the floor. It was either that or go down. 21-7, Oregon trails here on defense, 1st and 10.
Nice play in the backfield there. Trevor Barlow.
He said that's enough. 2nd and 12. Here for the Eagles.
You saw him, he just come right up the gut there on that middle linebacker blitz. Just blew that play up.
Sauk continues to take their time, using plenty of clock here. Snap. Quarterback keeper off to left side, met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a half of a yard. Brings up big 3rd and 12.
Yeah, they're just looking to burn some clock, but it wouldn't surprise me to see them trying to make a play here for a first down. Still a huge crowd here tonight. South end zone bleachers full. Youth football night, the future of the Oregon football program.
Got a few new players in for Sauk. Back to pass.
They got to get some pressure on him.
Brings it back there.
Oh! Ghostly saw that pop up in the air, but he's just a little too far away from it.
Well,
he had forever back there. And then he kind of slid over to the left, and finally Yeakley putting a little pressure on him. Boom! Pops it up in the air, and there's Ghostly. He's like, oh!
And they're going for it here, just inside Panther territory.
I'd like to see him bring somebody on a blitz here, preferably Barlow.
High snap back. Pass. He got Connor out of the backfield.
Oh,
man. Another heartbreaker. Had him dead to rights.
4th and 12, and he gets 15 yards. Well, he dumped off that screen just like it was set up. There was Yeakley on that blitz. He just dumped it off. 2 blockers out in front of him. Both made pretty good blocks. Sprung him loose. Boy, they've converted some big 4th down plays today. 2 touchdowns on 4th down, and a 4th and 12 there. And, we got to have your head on a swivel there. Messling didn't realize that he was focused on his guy. The ball almost came right to him.
2nd down here, 11 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Incomplete pass will stop the clock. Four wide receivers set. From the 26. Long pass. He's got his man open in Frosh, and it's going to be a touchdown for Sauk Prairie. He had his man by a couple of steps there, Dan, and nothing Oregon could do. Nice throw, nice reception there by Sauk.
He had him beat. He's focused in on the ball. Pulled her in, completed it to the ground.
There's a point after attempt. Low snap that time. Up and good, though. So 5 seconds left to play in the third quarter. It's Sauk Prairie 28, Oregon 7. And make sure you tune in next Thursday night at 7 p.m. as the Panther boys soccer team hosts the Monona Grove Silver Eagles in the first home game of the season. On behalf of tonight's production crew, I want to thank you for watching the Oregon football. I look forward to seeing you watching the Oregon soccer.
Well, we went from Oregon football to Oregon football.
Not to be confused with the foosball that you played so well in the late 80s.
You think you could go out there and play the foosball? I will tell you this, my foosball game is strong. It's strong.
I've heard that you've been yellow carded for slapping the paddles, though.
No.
True?
There's no spinning. There's no spinning or slapping.
End over and kick taken by Rakiet at the 15-yard line. Still on his feet. Tries to get to the outside. He does. Now cuts it back up the middle, all the way up to the 37-yard line. A little shenanigans going on here in the backcourt. I'm telling you. Nothing called, then off the field. Logan Taylor saying, not in my house. That's going to do it for 3 quarters of play. Sauk Prairie 28, Oregon 7. You're watching a presentation of OCA Media Sports.
Now the boys have lost a little bit of that zip in their step that they had first quarter here. Still 12 minutes of football left to play here.
So Matthews in the backfield, Krieger under center. Pitch back to Matthews, tries to cut it up, finally does. He'll pick up 2 yards on the play. But they're moving, Dan, a little momentum. A little momentum.
We might have doubled the yardage in the second half right there with that 4-yard run.
Yeah, they're going to give him, they're going to give him 3 yards. Maybe make it 4. Couple substitution into the ball game here. Krieger under center. Matthews in the backfield. Krieger back to pass. He's under pressure, and he will be taken down. Coming off the right side, his left, and nothing he could do but sit down. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 12. Krieger rolls to his left. He's got time.
There we go. Get Hermsdorf the ball.
Hermsdorf going here. Pickup of 8 yards on the play.
Oh, no.
Hermsdorf did go down hard. It looking like he's just got the breath taken out. Oh, speculate though. Let's see what's happening down here. He did kind of slip a little wildly.
You don't like to see that. He's hopping up here. And
Thinking ankle now.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, he's not on that right foot at all.
So 4th and 4 here for the Panthers. They are back to punt. High kick taken from the 26, full height of steam and all the way up to the 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Sauk Prairie.
You can't see it off camera. The student section started. Somebody got pulled over on Highway 14.
Frosch able to come up with it, and that catch is going to get a first down and finally taken out of bounds. That was a good no call there, Dan. I thought they were going to throw the hanky there too, but he was engaged. There's no way he was going to be able to let go of it until he went down to the ground.
Yeah, you're right. He did start the process before he went out of bounds there. Between his momentum and the player's momentum, it kind of...
He's got a man in the flats there in Frosch. Second and 1 here for Sauk Prairie. 9:45 left to play in the game. Off to Connor Briney, comes off the left tackle. Now he comes it back to the middle and finally let down by number 35 for Oregon.
Zerfert.
But not after they get a first down.
And we're going to have a false start.
They'll bring him back 5 yards, 9:14 and counting in the 4th quarter. Oregon needs a stop here, Dan. Get a score quickly. Get back in this game. High snap, back to pass. Hit it when he threw it, and that just enough to knock him off.
Yeah, Yeakley providing some pressure back there.
Second and 15 here by Sauk. New players coming into the game. Landon Schultz still the quarterback in the pistol. Connor Brining standing right next to him. Fake to Brining. Now a pass. Off the left tackle, still on his feet. Finally taken down to the 10-yard line. And they'll mark it at the exactly at the 10-yard line. First and 10.
25 out of that little screen pass again. You see all the offensive linemen just let everybody through, and then just has a wall out in front of him. 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers out in front. He had all day to run.
6'3", 215 running back. He's a presence behind and catching the ball. Yeah, the rush at that time. Nice pressure by Oregon. Three wide receiver set now here for Sauk. Pass over to Breinig. He eludes 2 tackles. Up close to the line of scrimmage. Late whistle finally. Call it dead.
Well, 2 guys had him in the backfield.
So 3rd and goal now from the 2-yard line.
Sees the pitch back to him. Made the first guy miss back there. Second guy right there. He's not a guy you want to arm tackle. That's for sure.
Hand off to Connor again. Pulled back.
That's going to bring up 4th and goal.
47 for Oregon. Yeah, Jamison Nowak. 4th and goal here for the Oregon defense.
Sauk just chewing up clock here.
High snap, handoff to Connor, and he will be in for the touchdown.
They scored every touchdown on 4th down, I believe, tonight.
I believe you're right.
That's insane.
Connor Breinig with a touchdown. I think you're right when you say that onside kick to begin the second half kind of took the air right out of him, Dan, just to begin the second half here.
Yeah. Well, if you want to talk about it, and that one's blocked. If you want to talk about a difference in the game tonight, you could talk about 4th down. And the difference between this being a 7-0 game and a 34-7 game are 5 4th downs.
I think Sauk has only punted the ball 1 time all night long.
Yeah, and they've made a couple other 4th downs on top of that. You know, that 4th and 12 on the last drive, they scored the touchdown. And another 4th and 15 earlier in the night. If I'm not mistaken, I think they've only stopped them on 4th down 1 time tonight. I don't have the stats exactly in front of me here, but I think they're 7 for 8 on 4th down. Just going by my remedial math in my head.
I'm going to have to agree with you because they didn't tell me there would be math tonight.
You see, when you calculate the square root of the sum and you invert the y-axis, you're going to get 7 out of 8.
Kick it to Rocket. He fumbles a little bit, picks it up at the 11. Tries to get to the outside. Now he tries to cut it back. He's still on his feet. There's a late flag.
We're going to get a block in the back. Tankies flying in from every direction.
Holding against Oregon. So they're going to have a re-kick here.
You see number 17 there for the Panthers on the replay. Logan Taylor, he got taken down on a guy, pretty savage hit to him. They just turned around and grabbed a hold of his leg and drug him to the ground. Attaboy.
Well, that's a frustration coming out, Dan. You can't blame him.
No, I don't blame him at all. Hey, if you can get away with it, it's. Right. But you're not usually getting away with that.
Kick to Rocket, takes it at the 12-yard line. Goes up the middle, tries to cut it back. Finally to the 30-yard line, taken down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Oregon. New quarterback here for Oregon.
Oh, yeah, they got
15,
Peyton Stoll.
Good opportunity to hit for him to get a few snaps. 5'10" junior, 165 pounds. And off to Rice. Tries to get to the outside and then cut it back. We got a new running back there too, Dan. I can't make out that number. Looks like Matthews is done for the night.
How about a shout out to the sideline cameraman down there at Corbin. I've seen him hustling up and down that sideline like nobody's business tonight. I haven't seen a camera guy run like that in a long time.
So back to pass. He's got his man in Nowak. Brings
First
it around
down
here. Yeah, good first down and more.
Now,
yeah,
Jim Bakken might take umbrage to this because he's getting kind of old and he moves kind of slow on the sideline there.
I think we're gonna get Sauk with the personal foul there at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Got fired up Nowak as well. He had a nice catch and run. So that'll tack another 15 on. Check out that line crew.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to them.
Oh yeah, the guy got a hand on it. Look at Nowak, focused on that ball, came back to it. Yeah. And then
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That
He ripped the whole helmet off.
What a cheap shot. There's been a couple of those tonight from Sauk. There's no reason for that. He was going down.
It looked like, I didn't see who that was. We don't got him in the book, but that's number 42.
I was going to say DiMartino, but he's number 43.
Yeah, he's not suited up tonight. I saw him in street clothes down there.
Well, you know what happens when we don't have a name. We call him Dan Dean. So Dan Dean in the backfield.
I never moved that good, ever.
So lets it go.
And
I thought it hit 3 people and the Oregon came down with it. Wouldn't that have been nice? A 3rd and 10 here for the Panthers. 4:08 left in the match. Yeah, the score just doesn't is indicative of what went on here tonight, Dan. They came out fired up, but then all of a sudden they just lost everything. And Sauk didn't have huge numbers. Nice pass there by Saul.
Right to the fingertips.
A little extra mustard there.
Reaching out to my sources, trying to get some of these young guys with these numbers out here, not on our roster.
Here's Soul back to pass. He's got a man.
Oh, he held on to it. Oh, no, he fumbled it. No.
Oh. He didn't have it. He had it and fumbled out of it.
I got to see the replay on this.
Fumbled out of the end zone, which is going to be a touchback.
Look at it. Oh, what a dart that Soul threw and just goes, gets it, tips it, grabs it, and then right before the goal line, inches before the goal line. It's forced out of there. Oh.
So it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Oh, what a catch.
So it looks like Sauk's going to have a few new players as well.
So 42 for the Panthers is Caden Breon.
They got new players except for the quarterback and the running back. And here they hand off to the running back. Padding the stats.
3 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the game. Boy, what a great camera work by Colton down there. That was some. I mean, it wasn't Jim Bakken camera work, but that was a great vantage point, great view. We saw that thing right on the goal line there, just right up in your face.
Do you think?
There we go. That man's been hustling all night, putting on the miles.
You think Jim was able to stay up that late in the nursing home to watch this game, or?
Run up the gut there. I got to be nice to him. He's putting a door in for me next week.
You thought.
I thought.
You thought.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Now you're going to have a window. Hello, I'm Mr. Head. Figures to be a bunch of running here. 2:40 left to play in the game. There's Landon Schultz. High snap. Half hand on. Oh, he's going to keep it himself. And he'll get the first down. Nope. No, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
They're going to give it to him. Gain of 3 on the play.
So I'm just up the gut. And,
Our boys just aren't in sync tonight. They may be a court low, Dan. I'm just saying. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line, 157 and counting. Handoff, number 6, met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Nice job by Oregon. Going to give them a yard gain on the play, 2nd and 9. There's a run once again, back up the middle.
hey, how about a shout out to our OCA Media staff? We got, look at that, camera operators, William Miles, oh man, I'm going to butcher Miles' ass. I always
Miles
do.
Tollenan.
Right. Corbin
right?
Graff, Josiah doing the directing today. Derek up on the graphics, and our esteemed leader, Balls Wicker.
I'll give you a C+.
And I pronounced the new guy's name wrong too on the camera. It's Mayo, not Mayo. Crying out loud. That's why I didn't want to do it, Ken.
Yep.
I said no over here. I was shaking my head. I was like, I can't.
And he put up with us all night long.
I know.
Officer and a gentleman. Mayonnaise.
He did a fine job up here, up in the booth with us.
William's going, what? What? Officer and a gentleman? It's a movie. William, look it up. It's a great movie.
It's not a great movie.
It
William.
is a great movie.
No, I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
Well, it's been a rough one for the Panthers here tonight. And we're not going to be back for another home game for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
What do we got for homecoming?
We have got the Sauk Prairie West team coming in here for homecoming. It is a 7 o'clock start, but you want to get here early for all the festivities.
And that's going to do it. As the clock ticks down the last 10 seconds.
Well, after a couple of almost wins but tough losses, we came back with a not such good game.
Well, we talked about we're going to be in a second half team. It turns out Sauk Prairie was the second half team tonight. Starting with that onside kick.
Yeah, they had a game plan there, didn't they?
And then, Oregon hopped out to that 7-0 lead, and then just Sauk Prairie with 34 unanswered from the Panthers. And it's just, whoa. It was a rough night. It was a rough night. It was youth night. A lot of people in the stands. Great atmosphere, great weather. But just not the great result that we were looking for tonight for the Panthers. But we will be back again, 3 weeks. And we will have, homecoming by that point. Hopefully the Panthers are going to get a couple road wins and start getting some conference wins. Badger Large. But I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. As Dan Dean along with Kean Macaulay. And we will see you in a few weeks here, high atop the press box in Oregon, Wisconsin. You've been watching a presentation of OCA
Media Sports.
This broadcast is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. Culver's of Oregon. Welcome to Delicious. J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering. Hy-Vee Grocery Store. Stoughton Health, providing safe, quality health care with exceptional, personalized service. And Pizza Pit. OCA Media Sports would like to welcome One Community Bank as our scoreboard sponsor for Panther football.